This was obviously the intro to Demon Slayer, and it laid a pretty good foundation for the rest of the series, because let's be honest, if your first arc isn't interesting or captivating, you're gonna lose most of your audience right in the beginning, and I'd say this was a pretty solid start. We got Tanjiro losing his family, Nezuko turning into a demon, meeting Gyu, training for the final selection, becoming a Demon Slayer, all while going on this journey to find a way to turn Nezuko back into a human. So it set up everything perfectly in my opinion. While it's not as exhilarating as all the later arcs, it's a pretty good solid foundation.
It's pretty cool, I guess.
This is Tanjiro's first mission right after becoming a Demon Slayer, and I'm gonna be honest, it felt like a small filler arc. Nothing really memorable happens here for me specifically, and I don't count meeting Muzan because to me it's just basically the beginning of the next arc, so yeah, not that great. I'd say the story finally moves a lot better from here. I mean, meeting Muzan, also meeting Tamayo and Yushiro, finding out there are actual demons out there who are opposing Muzan, even if it's just these two, was a nice spin. And I know everyone keeps saying it, but you just can't convince me to stop calling this man Muzan Jackson at this point. I like this arc. We got to meet Zenitsu and Inosuke, which was a cool introduction to new side characters. I've always liked the dumb demon, even though his power isn't really that impressive, and it was an entertaining watch looking back. So yeah, it's not that bad. This arc is kind of where the anime really just took off for most fans, because it was a good anime up until this point. Good characters, nice story, all the shonen elements were there, but it wasn't quite a 10 out of 10 yet, and this is definitely where most people's opinions on the anime changed to everyone being all in, because they saved the budget mostly to give us this goodness near the end of season 1, and this is still one of the best arcs for me.
Oh, good. Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
There's not really much to talk about in this one. I mean, like the name suggests, everyone is basically just resting up for the start of the next season. We get some good character moments here and there, and it was fine, but that's about that.
It was perfect.
With how good the animation was for Tanjiro vs. Low Moon 5, I was expecting them to step it up for season 2, but I definitely wasn't expecting them to do such a good job, because Mugen Train visually is an amazing movie, especially when it comes down to Rengoku vs. Akaza, which is obviously the highlight of this entire arc. And if you have to be honest with yourself for a moment, if the other Hashira besides Rengoku were to be sent on this mission, who do you think is making it back home? Because I think the only one making it back home would definitely be Gyomei. None of the others at this point in time would have been nearly strong enough to handle this, and looking back, before the training everyone went through, I still believe Rengoku is definitely a top 4 Hashira before he died. I'd put Sanemi above him, and I'd tie him with Obanai, to be honest. Only at the current point in time, obviously, because after the training I believe they would be past him already. This is another 10 out of 10 for me, especially because of the Uzui vs. Gyutaro fight, but also all the extra bits sprinkled in, like the trio having to infiltrate the houses, getting introduced to Upper Moon 6, and learning their powers. And if I have to be 100% honest, after watching Demon Slayer until this point, being an anime only, I think Uzui to me definitely has to be the weakest among the Hashira, despite being praised as being the fastest, because I just don't see him being stronger than anyone else. I mean, Shinobu was literally speed blitzing the hell out of upper rank 2, and she didn't go through the Hashira training or have a mark, so I don't see Uzui being above her. Mochiro definitely would have bodied both Gyutaro and Dake, because Uzui himself says Mochiro is a freak, becoming a Hashira in 2 months, so I don't see anyone else being below him. I mean, he's one of my favorite Hashiras, but he's definitely not above anyone else in my opinion. Honestly, they were definitely cooking at this point because the previous two arcs also got a 10 out of 10 for me, but I think this one is just a bit above them because of the emotional ending. Moichiro versus Gyoko was actually very funny, seeing him get taken out so quickly after Moichiro gets his Demon Slayer mark. Also, to me, it showed that Hantengu was definitely a problem getting the better of Mitsuri after they fused, but also showing that he had a big weakness being his main body, because if the main body was actually the fused body and not the little guy running around, I'm sure the fight would have been very, very different.
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
This one was definitely a nice chill arc, especially after the madness of the previous 3 arcs. So now basically everyone is just training to unlock their Demon Slayer marks, and Tanjiro them training under the Hashira, so it was a welcome cool down before things just picked up again with Muzan showing up, Ubayashiki trolling Muzan, and everyone else just getting sent into the Infinity Castle.
It was perfect.
The first part of the Infinity Castle was definitely well done to me. I mean, we've met all the characters at this point, we know everyone's backstory, this is a fight for survival at this point, so there's no need for any more character development. We're here to see the final fights and how they go down, and I am impressed so far. Zenitsu did what he set out to do, beating up a 6 Kaigaku, the guy who he trained with under his master. Shinobi put up a very good fight against Doma, who's supposed to be stronger than Akaza, of course, learning Akaza's backstory, and him versus Tanjiro and Gyo was well done. Now I'm just ready for part 2, seeing Doma and Kokoshibo in action.